Hey guys, Unknown Knight here. So today I'm going to be talking about the skills beta that is going on at the moment. So what's in the skills beta? Basically there's some it's a new revamp of all the skill trees. They are being rearranged and whatnot. There are also some changes to, let's say, the armors, the dodge, the armor value, and some changes for 2 perk decks so far. But let us just take a detailed look at stuff. Okay, so the skills beta has been released on April 29 in update 97.6. So at this point, Overkill has released Google Sheets where you can actually see all the details inside, and they will be updating this in real time. And there's also a subforum created for you to feedback, or you can just go on and read any of the issues and glitches they have found, or you can feedback if you have been playing and you have something to feedback on. And at the moment there is a skill point limit of 120, but in the final version it should be 104. So if you're gonna try out your builds, bear in mind that you only have 104 points at Infamy level 5, so do plan ahead. Some skills are also excluded. Some of the, like Fire Trap is a new skill for the Trip Mines, is excluded. So there will be changes. There will be changes of the skills. Maybe they'll be put in sometime soon. I'm not really sure. But for now, regardless of whether you want to participate or not, you can always keep track of the changes in the spreadsheets. So let's take a look at the Google Sheets. Yep. Okay, so this is a shared document that Overkill has given access. You can see there are actually many people looking at it right now. All the anonymous people. But yep, you can see the Mastermind, Enforcer, Technician, Ghost, Fugitive Trees, the general changes, and the up for review, and known issues. So for now, we can see that it's divided into 3 sub-trees for the Mastermind, and this is the basic skill, this is the ace skill, the cost 1 skill point, and the tier cost to unlock. So if you put 1 point into this, you can unlock the second tier, and so on and so forth. Yep. So basically, I've tried it so far. There are some interesting changes, like for example, with the Overkill skill, it's now for 30 seconds. There's a 75% damage increase for 30 seconds, and there's also I can't remember where's the skill now, but oh yes, okay, there's a chance to knock shields with shots and melee instead. So I was trying it out with a shotgun. I just keep shooting at a shield and he gets knocked down, and when there's a chance I take him out. So they're quite a bit of interesting stuff, so you can either read up or you can check it out. Like for example, in the Technician tree, you can now have a headshot multiplier applied to the body. So this makes LMG builds, SMG builds, and automatic rifles a good viable change or build now. So check it out and just go through the information. And then the general changes tab describes some of the stuff. Like for example, now the default movement speed is increased. The back interaction speed has also been increased. There's no more fast hands skill. You can use primary weapon on bleed out, dominate corpse without dominate. There's no more dominate. Saw akimbos can be used without any skill points. Ammo pickup rate lowered, and there's a lot of changes here. You can read up about it. Yep, like for example, suit has their dodge value reduced. Ballistic vests have their dodge penalty increased, and so on and so forth. And some of the perk deck changes, like for example, muscle and grinder has been nerfed a little, some of the weapons has also been updated. For example, Deagle, White Streak, Baby Deagle, some reduced damage, their rate of fire has been changed, and so on and so forth. And up for reviews, here are some of the things that they are considering or they are looking to change. So it's quite interesting. For example, Inspired Ace, they are looking to change it to have 100% success rate, but with a 10 to 15 second cooldown, so you can spam it. Overall, it's quite interesting. If you have any opinion on this, you should try it out and feedback. And also some known issues here and there. Yep. And if you decide to also take a look at the sub forums, yep, this is the, let us go into the discussions. Okay, you can see the skill beta sub forum here, and you can see all the topics here. If you have any issues or you would just like to read up and see what the other players are giving feedback on, you can come in to here. Alright, so now how do we participate in this if you're interested? There is some instructions here, but I'll go through with you. There's also a guide on how to back up your save files. So if you do want to participate, I recommend you back up your save files before trying. So now let's go to apply to participate for the open beta. Just right click in your library on Payday 2, go to properties, you will see the betas tab, click on open beta, jump in and test, and immediately you see that there's an update queue. Alright, so it's a pretty small update. At present it's about 77.5 megabytes. So you'll just download and you will just update, and then you are ready to try out the beta. And before we actually start up, the skill trees, all your skill trees will be refunded. All the cash and the skill points will be refunded, so no worries there. So if you decide to jump back to the main game, all you have to do is to right click, go to properties, betas, change to none, opt out, and it will download and update again. And you will have all your spending cash and your offshore cash, so there's no loss in participating in the beta. Other than you have to actually spec your builds again. So now while this is uploading, it's going to take 15 minutes, so I'll see you in a bit and we'll take a look at what's in the beta. Alright, so now I have the beta installed. Now we're going to take a quick look at what's in the beta. Alright, so as mentioned, changes have been made to the skill tree. All skills will be reset and skill points as well, and all cash will be refunded, so there's no loss to you taking part in the beta if you decide to do so. Alright, now that we are in the beta, let's take a look at the new skill trees. Okay, so for one, you can see that the interface has changed. On the right here, you can see the description, the number of points for the basic and the ace. And you can press S to switch your skill sets. And to invest points into the various skill trees, all you have to do is just left click. And you notice that there are two things here to note. At present, we have 120 skill points, which in the final version, we should only have 104 at Infamy level 5, otherwise 100 skill points at 0 Infamy. And also, there's no spending cash involved, so feel free to just make fun builds, make silly builds to try out, right click to refund the skill points. And also take note that some, as mentioned earlier, some of the skills are not implemented. For example, in the Technician tree, Combat Engineer, more Firepower and Fire Trap are not yet in the game. So, yep, just go ahead and try it out, have fun with it, and if you have any issues, glitches or bugs, you can go and report it in the skill beta subforum as mentioned earlier. Have fun playing with it, and let me know if you have anything to comment on right here in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Unknown Knight here, signing off.